Hello, my name is Eric Boggs. I'm the founder and president at RevBoss. We build sales automation software for B2B SaaS companies. I want to start by telling you a story about a guy I know. His name's Tony, and he's really smart, and he's got a great job. He's got some awesome friends. You may know some of his friends. He's also a pretty forward-thinking person, in that he's figured out this productivity hack that maybe some of you know, maybe some of you don't. He's figured out that when you take human intelligence and you combine that with machinery and software and automation, you can create really productive employees that can really burn through a to-do list really fast. So that idea that the future of work is tied to people, software, and automation working together, that forms the foundation for what we're all about at RevBoss, and it's the key thesis behind our efforts to completely reinvent the way B2B sales happens today. So our mission currently is all about the top of the funnel. So if any of you have ever sold anything, it's really hard to kick off a sales process. Our vision is to take the sales process and completely automate it, such that having that first conversation with a targeted sales prospect is as easy as pushing a button to get an Uber, or to get beer delivered to your house by Amazon, or to get whatever on-demand economy miracle launches next, right? We believe that our customers should be able to push a button and get a sales pipeline. So why is this valuable? Well, first of all, I've sold a lot of stuff, and it's really, really, really hard to sell in general. But it's also the most important function in most B2B SaaS companies. And tens of thousands of companies are doing outbound sales development. They're making cold calls, they're prospecting, they're deploying every trick of the trade, but most of that is still stuck in the Stone Ages. Most of it's smile and dial, and it's not nearly as effective as it could be. So what's the implication of that? If there's a lack of effectiveness in sales prospecting, it means your sales reps are actually wasting a lot of their time. Accenture released a study late last year that suggests that reps spend 35% of their time actually selling. They're spending 65% of their time doing something else. I don't really know. I have some ideas. I can tell you from our own anecdotal research at RevBoss, after speaking to hundreds of prospects and customers at this point, we see the same thing. Our customers tell us that their reps are spending half, maybe 2/3 of their time selling. So where does all that other time go, particularly for sales development, prospecting reps? Well, they're trying to find the companies to call. They're trying to find the people. They're trying to find email addresses and phone numbers. They're trying to write great emails. They're trying to research these prospects so that when they do contact you, there's something relevant or actionable for you to respond to. All of those things are really, really important steps in the sales process, but none of them actually move the needle. None of them are selling. And those are the things that we've either automated at RevBoss or we're in the process of automating. Before I get into how and why we've done that, think about the implication of that. Think if your sales reps suddenly had 20% more time to sell, 30%, 50% more time to sell. You could hire fewer reps. You could pay those reps more because they're more productive. They could build more pipeline. So the way our app works is pretty straightforward. We take some basic inputs, we crank them through our software, and we create some basic outputs. The inputs or things are what types of companies do you want to sell to? Industry, size, location. The types of people inside of those companies. Job titles, job levels, what software do they have installed on their website that indicates that they might be using it day to day. We plug that into our software, and much like Iron Man, we use a combination of people, software, and technology to crank through that to create outputs that are valuable. Some of the work gets done by computers. Some of the work gets done by workers in developing countries that complete microtasks at a livable, sustainable wage. We did 65,000 microtasks in August that paid people in Nepal and Kenya $3 an hour, which is a really, really great wage. It's like upper middle class wage in these developing countries. Some of the work needs to get done by people. We have a customer success team that helps our customers with key aspects of this. And ultimately, your sales reps need to do the work. They need to have the conversations with the prospects. They don't need to do all this mucky muck that leads up to those conversations happening. The real value here is that RevBoss isn't a tool, it's a process automator. So your sales team, they're not getting hammers that they need to learn how to swing and swing 100 times a day. They're actually getting the outputs that they need to do their job effectively. A couple quick customer stories. Listen Loop is a customer of ours. They've been a customer for 14 months now. They have an office in Silicon Valley, an office in New York. We've generated thousands of prospects for them, well over 100 of which have turned into actionable, qualified sales opportunities, all at a unit cost of about $200 a piece. I don't know how many of you are VPs of sales, but a $200 unit cost for a sales opportunity is really, really good. It's very cost effective for Listen Loop, and it's been incredibly profitable for us because so much of the process is automated and done at such a low cost. Fable is another customer of ours that we really like a lot. They're presenting tomorrow at CED. They're an earlier stage company, so the value for them is we've been able to help them churn through a number of different verticals and job titles really, really fast so that they can find the segments that make the most sense and the verticals that are most valuable for them going forward. A bit about us. We're completely bootstrapped. We're based in Durham. There's 7 of us full-time. We have 6 in Durham, 1 in Minnesota. We did 65,000 micro tasks, representing prospects sourced for 16 customers in August. We have 20 customers today. We did almost $60,000 in revenue in August and profitable with great gross margins. I'm really passionate about the problems we're solving. I love my team, I love my customers, and I would love to talk to you about the stuff we're working on. Thank you.